Hello everyone, I'm Veronica and welcome to my channel. For today's practice, we're going to be exploring all of our senses to help us reconnect with ourselves. So when you're ready, we'll start in a laying position. So when you lay down, allow yourself to just really feel into your body and see what's most comfortable for you today. So whether that's having your legs out long and arms long by your sides, or you can bend up through the knees. And for myself, I'm going to be placing one hand on the belly and the other hand on the heart. And then just feel free to wriggle around, get yourself just that little bit more comfortable. And then when you're ready, just start to close down the eyes. So just start to take notice first the senses surrounding you. So maybe you're noticing the temperature of the air. Maybe you're noticing sounds. So just starting off first by just being aware, just observing. From here, start to turn your attention inwards. So just taking notice of your inner world now. And checking in with yourself. Noticing how you may be feeling physically, mentally, or emotionally. Whatever may be arising in you today, can you just simply observe without trying to change anything? You're just simply looking at it with curiosity. And now slowly start to bring your attention to your breath. So just noticing the inhales and the exhales. And just noticing if you're breathing really fast or slow. And just allowing it, however it is, however it wants to flow. And now, just going to take 2 breaths together here. Taking an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And last one, inhale. And exhale. Good. So now slowly start to blink open the eyes. And then from here, going to now come into reclined pigeon. So you're just going to cross the right leg over the left. And then just observing here, seeing how this position feels for you. And if this is really intense for you, if this is already quite a lot of stretch here, then just stay here. Just allow it to just be as it is. If you want to go deeper, you can bring the left knee up towards you and then just holding on to the back of the thigh. We're just going nice and gentle today. And just closing the eyes and observing the stretch here. So feeling your right hip open out. And if this is starting to feel a bit too much for you, can you give yourself that permission to go to that more modified version? And then observing your breath. So notice if this stretch is changing your breath at all. All right, so now very slowly start to release. If you've got a hold of your thigh, and then uncross the leg, and we'll do that on the other side. So now left leg crosses over, and just know that both sides are different. So see how you feel in this position. And if this feels really good or it feels intense, stay here. If you want to go deeper, then just holding on to the back of the right thigh this time. Then feeling into the opening of your left hip. As you're doing this, can you observe your mind as we stay in the stillness? What tends to happen is our mind likes to run off and it starts to think about things that may be happening in your life. And once again, can you just allow it to be as it is? So even if your mind is running a million miles an hour, can you just allow it to be that way? All right, so now from here, start to release, uncross the legs, and then just start to bring the feet out a little wider than the hips, and then just swaying the knees side to side. Good. So now from here, we're just going to roll over onto one side, leaning in towards the floor, and then start to push yourself up. All right, so now from here, start to bring the legs around, and we'll now come into child's pose. So bringing the knees as wide as they can go, big toes together to touch, sink the hips back and down, and then start to walk the hands forwards and rest the forehead down. So now, as we're here in our child's pose, just start to bring awareness to your breath. So noticing the pace of the breath. So has the pace changed in comparison to how it was when we were in meditation? And now slowly start to take control of your breathing. So you're starting off first by just noticing how long it takes to inhale and how long it takes to exhale. And now very slowly start to raise your head up off the mat and then walking your hands over to the the right side, sorry. Left hand rests on top of the right and then melting the chest down. And then observing the breath once again. And just noticing how the breath changes as you stretch out your left side. And now we'll breathe together here. As you inhale, notice the ribs start to flare open. And then as you exhale, noticing them collapse in. So we'll do that again. Inhale and exhale. Good. So now walking the hands over to the left side. Right hand rests on top of the left and then melting back down to the mat. Returning our attention to the breath. So now we'll breathe together here. Inhale, opening out through the right ribs. And then exhale, allow them to collapse. Good, last one, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. So now walking the hands back to the center and then walking your hands backwards. All right, so now swiveling the legs around and then bringing the legs out in front of you, and we'll just windscreen wipe the knees. So just making this movement nice and slow to help ease the tension you may have had from opening the hips up. Good. All right. So now from here, just bring the knees back into the center. And then from here, we're just going to now come into a forward fold. So bringing the legs out in front of you. So choice is yours when we fold. You can either have your spine nice and long and then reach the heart forward, or if you just want to fold down and just relax, you can just round through the spine and just let yourself release. So placing your hands wherever they can reach, whether that's the top of the shin, the ankles, the outsides of the feet, and then just folding yourself down. And now as we're folding here, can you bring in that visualization of softening? So you're welcome to close your eyes here if that helps. And we're bringing the awareness of the breath along with the visualization. So as you breathe in, imagining softness just traveling into your body, maybe even traveling to where you might be feeling tension. And then as you breathe out, just imagining your body just melting further towards the mat. Maybe as you do this visualization, maybe you'd like to explore different body parts, just noticing how each of them feel. Maybe you'd like to start from the feet, working your way up towards your head. Or maybe you just like to imagine the entire body melting here. So just doing a few more breaths here. So now we're going to bring ourselves up with intention. So just going to very slowly, whatever you're holding on to, just placing the hands down onto the mat. And then just very slowly, bit by bit, just walking the hands backwards to help bring the upper half of the body up. And then just start to roll the shoulders up and back. All right, so now start to come into a cross-legged position. And then from here, just placing your hands together in front of your heart space, closing the eyes down, and just taking in this moment to just give yourself some grace, acknowledgement, and thanking yourself for giving yourself the time and the space to just let yourself reconnect. Reconnecting back with yourself so that you can feel whole once again. And now taking one last breath together. Just taking a nice deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Bringing your thumbs up towards your third eye center and taking a bow here. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I really hope that I was able to help you reconnect with yourself and just feel a little bit more better. Thanks again for practicing with me. Namaste.